So, building a second brain is basically a concept that I developed after reading Tiago Forte's article about it. So, an average individual consumes about 34 gigabytes of information every single day through newspapers, television, articles, podcasts, books, etc. That is what research tells us. And it is practically impossible for individuals to remember everything, right? So there are so many ideas that we get, but we probably forget about it. So many insights that we have that we never take action on, or so many useful advices that you receive from people, but you cannot remember them over the years, right? So building the second brain is basically a system that helps you to organize everything into proper way so that you can easily access it in the near future. It is basically a system that can help you collect all the information, insights, knowledge, and collections that you develop over the years with your experience so that you can utilize it at some point in your life. Because, as you know, our brains are meant for creating information, not for storing them, right? Now, being effective in today's world requires us to manage so much information. You need to be constantly checking your emails, text messages, WhatsApp messages, books, podcasts, etc. And there is always some form of value that you get from everything. But it is impossible for us to remember all these information, right? However, some of us do have the habit of noting it down. So even I have been there. So if I find something useful, I probably leave an email to myself, or I might note it down on my Evernote, or probably I might write it down in a book at hand. But what really happens is that once that book is closed, I never go back to it, and eventually I forget that I had ever written something like this. So what's the point of writing that in the first place, right? Because we are never putting anything that we've written down there into action. So building the second brain gives you basically an organized way, a one place where every information is present, so that in future, whenever you are trying to build something, you are not starting from a blank slate, but you already have some form of database at hand. Recently, I had read this book, Getting Things Done by David Allen. It is a beautiful book about productivity and time management. So in that, there was one specific thing that really resonated with me. What it said was that what we as individuals do is that we prepare to-do list every single day, right? Even I do that. But what does that to-do list contain? It basically contains all the things related to work that I need to do. But very rarely do we put in personal information that needs to go there. So for example, there's a particular grocery that I need to get, a particular thing that I need to get done. So there's a high chance that we forget that particular thing because we are relying on our memory to remember everything. And with all the other things that we need to achieve in a day, it's not possible for us to remember even these tiny little things. So it's very important for us to offload our brains every time. So whatever thing you need to do in a day, however small or however big, needs to go on a piece of paper or on some form of physical database so that you can look at it and you do not have to bother your brain for remembering it, right? Now there are so many different applications that you can use for building this database for yourself. Some of them are Notion, Evernote, Microsoft OneNote, and Bear. However, my favorite is Notion. I have been using it for a few months and it is so helpful. My favorite feature in that is the Kanban boards, which helps me stay very well organized most of the times. Now, while you are developing this second brain, it's very important for us to follow these 3 steps. So the first thing is to remember. We will come across so much information every day that you want to truly preserve, but it is not possible that everything will be utilized by you, right? So you have to be very, very crucial when you are trying to filter down what needs to go in that database of yours. So now probably I write a book and I like 10 pages of it, but if I copy all those 10 pages in my database, there's a very less amount of chance that I might go back and read the entire thing in a busy day. So you need to filter data You need to only write down things that you truly resonate with and you think that your future self might require. Now, the second thing you need to do is summarize well. You cannot just write down data as it was presented to you, but it is important for you to make a small summary of it and write it down in that way, so that everything that's written in a short form, you can go back to it, you can have a look at it, and then you can somewhere recollect what it meant to you at that point of time, and it will be very much easier for you to utilize that information. Also, going back to it and organizing it into categories really helps you in knowing that what information is stored where. So whenever I'm reading a book and I like something, I probably note it down. So what it really does is that when you think like you are a creator and not a consumer, every piece of information that you get, you are thinking about how you can utilize it for creating. Now, personally for me, I create a lot of data. I create posts for my Instagram stories, for my reels, for my YouTube, and I'm also going to start a newsletter. So it is very difficult for somebody to try to get new information every time. We basically reuse data that we get, right? Basically reuse data that we find useful and we think at least one individual there will be helped with that particular data. So that is why you need to get into the mindset of a creator and only put data that is going to be useful to you. Now, the third thing that you need to do is create. After all this, there is no point if you are not creating anything out of that data that you have, if you are not utilizing all the information that you have at hand. So it's very, very important for you to show your work to the world, to put it out there so that somebody is going to be helped by it.
So with a second brain at your disposal, you always have some form of information and data that is going to be helpful to you, that's going to inspire you, that's going to help you, and in the same way help somebody else as well. So don't just passively consume data, but definitely create with it. So I hope this was helpful. If you like watching my video, do consider subscribing to my channel, and thank you so much for watching.